Hi, I'm Mark Ansell and I head up A2A's mentor program. People often ask me, what is a mentor? A mentor is like a good friend who has your best interest at heart. And they are authentically interested in you as a person, and so therefore they want to cheer you on in all aspects of your life as a senior leader. They're interested in your emotional health, your relational health. They're interested in your physical health. They're interested in your spiritual disciplines, of those things that help you grow and that your soul is refreshed. They also are interested in your future dreams and ambitions. So they are like a good friend and they're there to cheer you on. They're your biggest cheerleader. We have a team of mentors within the A2A movement. This team is made up of people who have lots of life and practical ministry experiences. They are gifted at mentoring and they have a passion to help you on your journey. I was talking recently to Ted, who is one of A2A's dynamic pastors. Ted's actually the founding pastor of Church One Christian Community, which has branches on the Gold Coast, Brisbane North and Manila, Philippines. Listen to Ted's response to the question, why does he think that mentoring is so important for senior leaders?
Mentoring is important for senior leaders like myself because we leaders need a few things. We need encouragement. We need somebody to sound off some things that only other leaders can understand. But most of all, it is a great platform for us to be able to change and be able to improve the way we do as leaders, that you can not do just doing it by yourself. If we're gonna need help, sometimes you can't find that in your own church, and sometimes you need somebody else that can see outside of your environment to tell you the things that are working well and the things that are not working so well.
Let's review what Ted's just shared with us. Ted said to us that mentors can be a help to us because they're outside our environment and they can help us to see the things that are working well, but also the things that are not working so well for us. He also talked about how mentors help provide encouragement because all leaders need encouragement. And Ted also mentioned how mentors can help us to see the things that need to change and be improved on too. I was talking recently to A2A's President Emeritus, Phil Mutzelberg, and Philip mentioned some major reasons as to why he thinks mentoring for senior leaders is so vital. Check out what he's got to say.
Mentoring for me is of incredible importance for two major reasons. First one is it saved my ministry. Because somebody took the time to mentor me, I'm still in ministry today. There is no question that I would have stopped running if it hadn't been for the input of a mentor at a very vital time in my younger days of ministry. The second reason is also because of somebody who came into my life and mentored me through the transition from senior pastorship and out of that. Without that mentor, I would never have understood that there was a grieving process, a sense of loss, a sense of feeling devalued. But because I was equipped to handle that, we had a breeze all the way through. But then there's a whole lot of other factors as well. Essentially, it creates an accountability factor. And that's one thing that pastors tend to not really see the importance of so much. I think accountability is important more for the congregation's sake than even the pastor at times, because if they know their pastor is meeting somebody who is holding them accountable to how they do life, well then that's encouraging for them and it's a safety valve for them. And then of course there's just a growing effect by meeting with a mentor who's able to challenge you about attitudes and the different aspects of ministry and the way you're doing it. When they do that, well then you grow and you serve better in a more God-honouring way.
Let's just have a look at what Philip shared with us. Such great insights for us. Philip mentioned that mentoring helped actually save his ministry. Wow. Philip went on to say how mentoring also helped him to transition out of the senior pastor's role and behind him leave a healthy, thriving leadership team and a great church. What a huge blessing for so many people. And then when Philip mentioned about mentoring helps provide accountability for him too. And also with all of Philip's experience, he still talks about how mentoring helps him to be challenged about attitude and ministry skills, even with all of his vast experience. What a fantastic insight. Please talk to some of our team or myself or to Philip or Ted or others on the A2A mentoring team about how we can help you through being mentored for the months, years, decades in front of you. Another great program that the A2A board have set up is the Emerging Leaders Initiative, also known as ELI. They've set up ELI as a leadership pathway to fulfil A2A's mission, which is about raising enduring leaders to build prevailing churches. Let's listen to a couple of them as they talk about what their expectations were as they were heading into the ELI program.
I think it's exciting to be about a part of a movement who's about spiritual formation and equipping the next generation for the work that God has prepared for us.
I'm so excited because I just want to serve God for the rest of my life, and I really believe that this program will help equip me for that and help me learn these things from these leaders who have done the hard yards and really seeing God's hand in their ministries, and they've learned a lot of things along the way.
I feel like it's going to be an opportunity to sit down with amazing leaders and just kind of glean and learn from their years and years of ministry experience.
Recently we had our first day of the program, and we covered vital topics like growth, vision, values, why leaders need to be voracious self-learners. We also had the privilege of A2A's President Tim O'Neill not only lead a session with us, but pray over the tribe too. Let's listen to some of the responses of that day.
Probably one of the things that I got out of it is just the intentionality behind investing into leaders.
We've been in the first session this morning, and it just really got a lot out about just finding a rhythm in life. It's different for different people, and it just really was awesome.
The importance of reading and marinating in the reading.
So obviously the Eli tribe had a great first day and lots of great experiences. If you want to know more about Eli or mentoring, jump onto the website of A2A and all the information's there. But if you've got a passion to grow as a leader, or you have people in your circle within the A2A movement who have a passion for leadership and who want to raise enduring leaders to build prevailing churches, I encourage you to not miss this opportunity that's in front of you.